among the students will emerge by integrated influence of principal, teachers and parents. Now, the marvels of the universe. Friends, we should note that human mind is a unique gift. You can enter into marvels of a universe only if you have curiosity and thinking. You know, such one of the Indian scientists, he was traveling from London to New York, London to Calcutta. When he reached Calcutta by ship 1928, in those days only ship were there, he looked at the sky was blue, and sea was blue on the horizon. He asked a question, why sky is blue? Why sea is blue? That question he has to work in Calcutta, then National Institute of Material Science. He has to do research for 7 years to find is the phenomena what is called backscattering of the light. For that he got a Nobel Prize. Sir C.V. Raman got the Nobel Prize. Because a question was asked. Now, as a teacher, as a principal, you have to ask yourself how many questions you have nullified. How many questions you encouraged? One of the greatest quality of a teacher and principal is how do you allow the children to generate questions? Because every question is very important. You know, in 1880, there's one person, Alexander Graham Bell. You heard about him? Alexander Graham Bell, who is the person who discovered the telephone. He did not have money to build a laboratory. But he knows that something he has to build, something like telephone, because message can go to room, building to building, and village to village, city to city. He knew, and also when he was a 15-year-old boy, his parents nurtured him to think big. He said, one day I will complete USA, United States of America. I will connect, he said, as a young boy. So this type of cultures made him to make a laboratory in the brain. Brain became the laboratory for building a telephone. He built the telephone in his brain and then he put it in the paper and telephone came to the world. Now friends, when I see all of you, I thought of sharing with you one of my teachers' life. As young students in 1950s, nearly 60 years back, we had the opportunity at St. Joseph's College, Trichinopalli, southern India, witnessing a scene, a divine-looking personality walking through the college campus every morning teaching mathematics, BSc honors for MA students, mathematics. Young students like us looked at him with awe and respect, a personality symbolizing our own culture. When he walked, knowledge radiated all around. The great personality was Professor Dodadri Iyengar. Professor Dodadri Iyengar, a great teacher, a mathematics teacher. And at that time, Calculus Srinivasan was my mathematics teacher. Calculus Srinivasan used to talk about Professor Dodadri Iyengar, had an understanding to have an integrated class by Professor Dodadri Iyengar for the first year BSc Honours and first year BSc Physics. I was in the physics. I had the opportunity to attend his class, particularly on the subject of modern algebra, statistics, and also once I heard him teaching complex variables. When we were in the BSc first year, Calculus Srinivasan used to select top 10 students for Mathematics Club of St. Joseph's, where Professor Dodadri Iyengar used to give lecture series. One day, in 1952, I was a second year student in BSc. I still remember Dodadri Iyengar gave 1 hour lecture on ancient mathematics, ancient mathematicians and astronomers of India, and introduced 3 great mathematicians and astronomers. For nearly 1 hour he spoke. The lecture still ringing in my ears. I was introduced to the pride of the nation, pioneers of astronomy, mathematics, 4th to 20th century. Aryabhatta, he is the person gave a dimension to the zero. Bhaskaracharya and Srinivasa Ramanujan, who gave to and discovered many stunning concepts in number theory. This incident and knowledge became the foundation for my education, learning with hope and value system. My teachers of primary, secondary, college education had put me a few decades ahead. What is the teacher's job? A teacher's mission. You have to put your students always ahead. Dodadri Iyengar, when I attend the class, one of the things he does, happily put the students ahead. This was indeed the vision. I am confident there may be many parallels in this gathering. Let us emulate them. How can the student be shaped as a nation builders? Schools become laboratories for such type of mission. Now friends, value system. Now, value system is a big question mark in our country because there was a one, when I was in those days, schools and high schools and college, engineering college, they were teaching what is called moral science class. Moral science class started degenerating into a religious classes. So wisely or unwisely, government took the classes out. Now we don't have. Now I still remember 1954. I was in a college. I remember the lecture was given by the highest authority of Jesuit institution, Reverend Father Rector Kalatil of St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli, Southern India. Reverend Father Rector is the highest authority in a college. He takes class for 250 students every Monday morning. He called it moral science class. This moral science class, 1 hour class, one day he will talk about Confucius. Another day Lord Buddha. Another day Saint Augustine. Another day Khalifa Umar he will talk. Like that every week he will give a character, a unique historical character, religious or academic or research oriented people. And this was reinforcing every student. Every week we are adding knowledge. Now, apart from what we learn in the classroom, science and technology, it was shaping our character by hearing these people. So friends, at that time, I learned, my teacher taught me a story, a hymn normally used to hear in temples and worshipping places. The name of the story is Righteousness. Righteousness. How important righteousness. Will you repeat with me if you don't mind? I am sorry. As a teacher I can ask you. Will you repeat with me? Where